Welcome back to DevDad Plays. Today we will be doing a tips and tricks video. This is a Funcom game and a survival game by Funcom. So the first thing to remember in any Funcom survival game is loot everything that you can. Every time you loot something, you get XP from it. And as this is a skill system, you are not limited as much as you are in a leveling system. You can boost your skills virtually indefinitely. As a general rule, we haven't gotten to the end game content yet. The loot you see behind me is, of course, plant fiber. Loot it, use it. As another tip and trick, if you look up at the top above my character, you see the red line with the sun at one end and nothing at the other. That is your heat stroke meter. My character is presently dying of heat stroke. When you see that, you need to get into the shade as quickly as possible. Once you are in a shaded location, such as a base or under a rock formation, your heat stroke level will go down very quickly. This rock formation behind me is granite. It is your primary building block in this game for building your bases. If you see granite, get it. It is very useful. Now to demonstrate how you get the granite blocks in particular, observe. First you scan it with your cutter, and then you cut along the line, getting a larger amount of resources depending on how perfectly you keep to the line. As you can see, my character is currently parched. That means that he needs to drink or he will begin to take damage. The best way to drink when you're out and about is by licking the daisies. You can see that these flowers say hydrate and E. This is the quickest and easiest way to get rehydrated while you're out and about. Later on in the game, you can also acquire water from these plants using a sickle, though I have not gotten there quite yet. This beside me here is a chunk of scrap metal. You will find scrap metal either scattered around in the middle of nowhere, or you will find it in chunks like this. When you find it like this, you need to use a cutter beam to cut it, and it will load the resources directly into your inventory, very similar to the way it does with the granite. This here is what I was referencing when I was saying you can find chunks of it just scattered around in the open. As you can see, the bits of salvageable metal will come in many different forms. This feature above me is a source of copper. You cut copper in the same way as you do granite or salvaged metal. Copper is very useful for your crafting needs. Also, do not worry about exhausting your resources in the area around you, as these resources will respawn very quickly. This is another resource in the game, though a somewhat less usual type of resource. These are salvagers. You basically murder them and extract their blood and place it in a blood purification unit. This blood is then converted directly into water.
Reveal yourself. I need backup.
The way you get blood is you click on the blood extracting tool, which I have under selector number 4, and then click on them. And as it says, stored 1,000 milliliters of blood. This is a fuel cell. You need these for all of the technology that you have in your base. As you can see, I am now using bandages to restore health that was lost in the recent combat. You will be using these quite a bit. Scavenger bases also come equipped with a large amount of loot, including these loot chests, the scrap metal repositories, and the fuel cells, which I gathered one just a second ago. As in all of the Dune series games that you are likely to encounter, one of the major factors will be the desert and the sandworms. When you run out in the desert, an indicator will show you how loud you are being and how soon the sandworms will come. I will now demonstrate. I will wait until the sandworm that is currently traveling by leaves prior to demonstrating. You see the clouds up there in the sky? That is spice. And that cloud at the bottom is a sandworm. Do not run into the open sand while that is occurring. There is the sound meter, right in the lower center of my screen. That shows you that I am currently not making any noise and not attracting a sandworm. Now as we move, you can see the waves in the sound meter. That is telling you that you are currently attracting a sandworm. This has been our basic tips and tricks video. Thank you very much for watching. We will continue this series with additional tips and tricks videos as time goes by, including base building and advanced content. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel.